morning students. My name is Adya Sharma and I am your physics teacher. Today I will tell you something about the chapter 1 of physics, which is called as the physical world. So my dear students, all of you are aware about the word science. What is the meaning of science? Science means to know about something. Then science is a systematic attempt to understand natural phenomena in as much detail and depth as possible. जैसा कि आप देखते हैं कि आपके सराउंडिंग्स में डिफरेंट फिनोमिनास होते रहते हैं, लाइक इवेपोरेशन होता है, मेल्टिंग होता है, और आपका लाइक रेनबो फॉर्मेशन होता है, या फिर आपकी प्लानिटरी मूवमेंट्स होती हैं. सो ये जो सारे लाइक जो एरोप्लेन्स हैं वो कैसे फ्लाई करते हैं, ये जो सारे आपके फिनोमिनास हैं जो आपके एनवायरनमेंट में आप नेचर में ऑब्ज़र्व करते हैं, उसके पीछे क्या साइंस है वो हम स्टडी करते हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ द साइंटिफिक मेथड्स. So friends, science is basically exploring, experimenting and predicting. So you are exploring, you are experimenting and then predicting after your experiments. Now, systematic observations, controlled experiments, qualitative and quantitative reasoning, mathematical modeling, prediction, verification or falsification of theories. Basically the idea is, in order to understand science we need to follow a scientific approach. We need to experiment so that we can have an idea of the quantitative reasoning and qualitative reasoning for the processes which are going on in our environment in day-to-day lives. So secondly, I would tell you about our so-called subject physics. What is basically physics? Beta, physics is study of nature. In very simple terms, the word physics comes from a Greek word meaning nature. When you study your physical world, in that case all the phenomena which are going on in our environment in the physical world are given in the branch of physics. Now, there are two principles in physics. First is unification and the second one is reduction. So let us understand reduction. What is reduction? See students, you must have studied, you must have heard of a term thermodynamics in your previous class, maybe in 10th class. Now beta, thermodynamics is a branch of science which deals with temperature, internal energy and entropy. Now temperature, internal energy, these are the macroscopic levels in thermodynamics. When you come to kinetic theory, when you come to statistical mechanics, then what will happen? You will study temperature, entropy, internal energy and entropy as the molecular constituents of the bulk system. Means in thermodynamics you are studying the macroscopic. What is macroscopic? Macro means big, at bigger level. So you are studying at bigger level, at macroscopic level, about entropy, internal energy, temperature, pressure and volume. But when it comes to kinetic energy, kinetic theory or statistical mechanics, these macroscopic levels they will be reduced to the microscopic level, and you will be studying about the molecular constituents of the bulk system. Okay students, I hope it will be clear to you. Now macroscopic domain includes macroscopic. There are two categories, macroscopic and micro. Macro means big, micro is small. When you are studying the things at bigger level, then it is macroscopic, but when you are studying the things at molecular level, at atomic level, then it will be microscopic. So macroscopic domain includes the laboratory, astronomical scales and terrestrial scale, and microscopic deals in atomic, molecular and nuclear phenomena. Now बच्चे, there is a branch of science which is called as classical physics, and classical physics deals with macroscopic phenomena like mechanics, electrodynamics and optics, thermodynamics, which you are going to study in your later classes and something in your coming chapters. Okay, so now students, let us talk about unification. See, just now I have told you about reductionism. What is reductionism and what is unification? These are the two disciplines in the thrust of physics. Okay, so reduction I told you. Now I will tell you about unification. See, as you all must be aware of the so-called and very popular scientist Mr. Isaac Newton. So Isaac Newton unified terrestrial and celestial domains under a common law of gravitation. As you all know that there are three laws of Newton's law of gravitation. In those, so basically, what is the meaning of unification? Unification means to bring different things into a one piece. Means you are unifying. Say for example, I am having these two things, or it can be more than two things, so I am unifying this, so it is called as your unification. So he unified terrestrial and celestial domains. What is celestial? Related to universe. What is terrestrial? Related to the related to your terrestrial level, means like your land level or water level. Then the experimental discoveries of Ørsted and Faraday. See, in you will be studying about Faraday's in your 12th class. So Ørsted and Faraday, electric and magnetic phenomena are in general inseparable. You must have studied about electric field and magnetic field, electric force and magnetic force. Beta, these electric field and these magnetic field, they combine with each other. Where there is an electric field, there is always a magnetic field. Where there is a magnetic field, there is always be an electric field. So electric field and magnetic field go simultaneously. That means that both of these, electric and magnetic, they are getting unified and we are getting electromagnetic field. Okay, then Maxwell also unified electromagnetism and optics, and he was able to conclude that light is an electromagnetic wave because it possesses the qualities of optics as well. Okay, optics is what? Branch of science which deals with light, which you will study in your 12th standard. So beta, basically the idea is about unification, okay, how two or more than two processes can be unified in a single process. That is called as unification. Now beta, next is, you are aware, you must be aware of the fundamental forces in nature. So beta, what are they? Gravitational force. All of you must have studied about gravitational force in your 10th standard. Gravitational force is attracting force, means each and every object in this universe is exerting a force on each other, and that force is known as an attractive force. Then beta, electromagnetic force. Electromagnetic force arises because of the electric field created by a charge and a magnetic field created by a magnet. When these two forces combine, because where there is an electric force, there is always a magnetic force and vice versa. So that force is called as your electromagnetic force. Then beta, third one comes strong nuclear force. What is nuclear force? The force which is acting inside a nucleus, which is inside in an atom, that force is called as the nuclear force. Okay, and it is Like the strong nuclear force binds protons and neutrons in a nucleus. See, in a nucleus there are protons and there are neutrons. They are bind together, they are not going out of the nucleus in the electronic shells. That is why we can say that nuclear force is highly attractive in nature and it is binding the constituent particles together. Okay. Then beta we have weak nuclear force. Weak nuclear force appears only in certain nuclear processes such as the beta decay of a nucleus. Then, so here we have studied about four types of forces. So in order to conclude at last, we can say that science is a branch which means science is a subject, which means to know. Then physics deals with the study of nature, study of the physical world. Physics deals in two disciplines, unification and reduction, which I have told you. Then there are four fundamental forces: gravitational force, electromagnetic force, strong nuclear force and weak nuclear force. So my friends, this was all about this chapter. So now physical world, you please read this chapter at least once or it is twice. It is very easy. If you have any doubts in any case, then please do let me know. I am always there for you. Thank you students and good luck.